Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Time to show you my favourites for the month of July because we're almost into August. I'm actually slightly ahead of time recording my favourites this month. And they're a bit of a motley crew really. I have bought a few new products, particularly a couple of eye palettes that I've shown you from Chanel and Dior that I really like, but I haven't actually worn them a whole lot yet for various reasons. I just haven't been doing complex eyes. So the fact that I'm not featuring them doesn't mean that I don't like them or you should think twice about getting them if you're wondering. I just haven't, for a number of reasons, felt like doing complicated makeups, partly because I've been ultra busy at work and it's been hot and sticky and not sleeping very well and just not feeling that I wanted a lot on my face, if you know what I mean, even though I probably need it, to be honest. So most of these really are some of them are quite old favourites or just good old faithfuls really. I've kind of been wanting to wear nice lightweight but glowy foundation over a high SPF, and I've been wearing a variety of things, some BB creams, but overall I'd say this has been the favourite this month. I've shown it before. It's the Les Beige Teint Belmine Naturel, the Healthy Glow Foundation, SPF 25. Mine is number 20, which I think is about the third lightest shade, second or third. You can see I'm going through it some. I really, really like it. It's, a decent evening out lightweight coverage. It's slightly buildable without feeling gunky on your skin. And it isn't super shiny, but it isn't matte, so it just gives a nice healthy look, and the shade is absolutely perfect for my summer complexion. So that's been the favourite, and I'm kind of working my way through it. I'm hopeful that I'll have finished this by the end of the summer. But another item that I've talked about before that I've been loving in this hot weather is the Dior Snow Bloom Perfect Moist Cushion Compact, very high SPF 50. I don't use this as my primary foundation in the morning, but I carry it in my handbag and it's great for touching up, which I need kind of come mid-afternoon with the Les Beige in this hot, humid weather. Especially I kind of need retouching around my chin, nose area. And this is lovely because it not only retouches really well, but it's got a very, to me, refreshing smell and a cool feel. So it feels really comforting in the summer. I don't know whether you can see, well, I don't think it's obvious. I think I'm probably getting towards the end of this first cushion. I'm definitely having to press much harder to get moisture out of it. It isn't finished up yet. The pack that I bought came with certainly one refill. It's quite expensive. So I'm guessing that the two of those will last me till the end of the summer, by which time I gather we're going to have our own Dior cushion foundation here in Europe. It won't be the Dior Snow, so it won't be the high SPF. But I'm guessing that the formula and the technology will be pretty similar. So kind of looking forward to that. I like these, I like this cushion foundation, especially as this kind of backup product. I've talked before about this as well, loving the Becca, what's it called, Under Eye Brightening Corrector, using this non-stop in this hot weather. I'm making a bit of an impression in it. It's not going to be for everyone. I've said it before. It's a very, very moist, creamy colour corrector. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely correcting, not just light reflecting, which is what I need. I'm guessing it could make deep wrinkles look worse. I can kind of get away with it with my fine wrinkles. and I like the kind of moist look that it gives, but it won't be for everyone. But I find it does a good job on my nasty dark circles. Now, I have been kind of in the mood for wearing, if not a bronzer, then a kind of slightly bronzing, highlighting, contouring shade. And yeah, I have quite a few bronzers that I like. I like the Chanel creamy one in a pot. I quite like the Tom Ford Terra, and I have various Guerlain ones. But I think hands down, I like this Les Beige, the original Healthy Glow Sheer Powder, number 30, which came out, I'm guessing, about 3 years ago, and this is from 3 years ago. Now, I know when I first went to buy mine, these had been very much marketed here in the UK as an all-over face powder. So I was expecting to go out and buy the lighter shade, the number 10, which this isn't. This is the medium shade. As luck would have it, I actually got to purchase this in France, in Paris, and when I went up and asked for that shade, the sales assistant looked at me as if I was mad and said, "That's not your colour." And kind of said it's not intended to be used as an all-over face powder in the way the bloggists and the beauty people were suggesting over here. It's meant to be used as a kind of, touching up on those areas where your bone structure should attract the sun. So pretty much like a contouring, and your colour will be this kind of medium shade. And that's pretty much how I've used it since. So you can see it's a very light goldeny, barely showing there, shade that I use to buff round the hollows of my cheeks, forehead, a bit round the nose, just to give me that extra bit of healthy glow. You can build it up to be more bronzer-like. I like to use this very old Chanel Kabuki that I have, which is quite dense, needs a bit of a wash. Swirl it round, and that gives me very good control of this powder. And as you can see, there's a bit of a dent in it. I hadn't been using it a lot till the last month, and I've been using it pretty much every day since then. And yeah, I love the packaging, by the way, but this is hands down really my favourite bronzer type product. And as powder, I've been using the Snow Globe from Guerlain's Christmas collection. I don't know whether I keep picking this up because it's actually too bulky to go in any of my makeup drawers, so it kind of sits outside on shelves. And I've just been wanting a kind of finishing powder which gives a bit of light but not too much warmth. And this is fitting the bill very nicely. I finally found a brush that I quite like to use with this. This is one of the Hacker Hodu Sephora Pro brushes that I bought, I think, last year. And to be honest, I haven't used them a whole lot. They feel very nice, but I don't feel they do a particularly great job in applying the products. So overall, they're not my favourite. But this slightly angled soft brush works swirling round in this. And I've been using that as pretty much every day as my finishing powder this last month. And whilst I'm at it, of course, I've showed you the artist's brush before that I've been using with the Les Beige. When you wash, it kind of clumps a bit in the centre, which I don't love. And it's still not great for getting in the product around the nose, but for the first kind of sweep all over the face, and particularly over the eyes, this is a perfect, quick, nice finish for putting on foundation. I have had a relatively new blusher that I've been using quite a lot, which I don't think I've shown you. I can't remember. I've certainly shown it on Instagram. It's the Becca Luminous Blush in Foxglove, which I think I got probably over a month ago, but I've used it on and off quite a lot this month. I seem to have managed to break it a little bit in the corner there. It's very pigmented, so I have to use quite a soft brush with it. Really pretty colour. You can see there how pigmented, but it does sheer out quite easily, and it has already a kind of glow on it, so you don't need a highlighter on top. I do quite like it. Have I ever found a Becca product that I don't like? No, I haven't. I'm a fan overall. Oh, I tell a lie, I wasn't that fond of the eye palettes, but they were okay, but nothing spectacular, but I like that. Speaking of eyes, I haven't really been doing much in the eyeshadow realm. I have been using my, I bought these in the spring, Deal Show Colour and Contour. They're great because you get the kind of crayon for colouring in the lid and creamy, and then a highlighting lining pencil as well. I've got these in a couple of colours. I really like them. I do use them as a base for shadow, but I've just been using on their own. And I have been using my old faithful Stilos just to give a bit of definition and perhaps shearing out with a cotton bud. Picked out these three quite bright colours. I have been wearing this purple Orchidee quite a lot. I think the current one that you can still get is Oasis from the new summer collection, which is really, really pretty green. I haven't worn this quite as much, but you can see I have been wearing it. And quite similar to Oasis's one of the spring ones, which was Pacific Green. Really like this one. It shows a bit kind of blue on my eyes, so love those in this hot weather. And then three new lip products that I've been loving. I have shown you recently the two Charlotte Tilbury hot lips that I got. Loving them both, really. I've been using the Kidman Kiss slightly more, you can see. Well, it's not worn down to the lips yet, thank goodness. Really, really like this buttressed shape, really. Makes it very easy to apply. To be honest, I can even apply without a mirror and find them pretty accurate. So I've been using those a lot, and sneaking in this Dior Addict Ultra Gloss from the fall collection. It's not really a very summery colour, but I've been enjoying matching it up with my nails and before, so that has had a few outings already. So those are my favourites for the month of July, and looking forward to the fall collections a bit more, some Tom Ford soon hopefully, and definitely some new fragrances coming up, so keep an eye out for those. Until then, bye for now.